Hello guys, Vinny here, VJ Fitness, episode 3 of Weights for the Brain. Little series getting you to think, getting your cogs working, getting you appreciating life and making yourself better mentally as well as physically. Right, rundown. Talent. There's a lot of heated debate out there, genetics versus talent versus practice. A lot of people whine, and these are usually the people who can't do something or lack the motivation to do something. They'll moan and say someone's genetics are better than someone else's. Now this is true, okay, and I'm not denying this. I mean, there are certain scientific facts. For example, African-based people tend to be better runners, and this is because they have a lot more long fast-twitching fibres, which just make them generally better runners. This is not being racist or anything. Things like sports and basketball, well, yeah, genetic. If you're under 5 foot, you're under 5 foot and you're straight away at a disadvantage. Now, I'm not saying that you can't become an NBA-style player. Straight away, something's already against you, and unfortunately, that's just life. Life's a bitch. So train hard and beat it. Don't know if you can see that. Hopefully, right now, there's a picture. I want you to look at the picture. Do you recognise him? Who is he? This person changed their sport. Okay, this is getting quite serious now. They changed their sport in an idea of how to approach it, how it's now done, changed it throughout ages, and because of this is arguably one of the greatest, if what somewhat controversial, sports players of all time. Tiger Woods, the golfer, for people, hence controversial. Arguably he is one of the best players of all time. He brought fitness to golf. Too many fat people before just standing there hitting a ball, but by bringing training and incorporating the right training and the right conditioning into his sport, he was able to become better than great. You know, he just changed it forever, and now so many more people are following him, and he's changed the sport forever. Back on track. Now, Tiger Woods, was he genetically superior? Naturally talented? All these arguments can be made. Some people will try and make them. At the end of the day, it's, was it practice? Now, I'll give you a bit of a life story, okay? When he was first born, his dad pulled out of school, and literally from the moment he was born, his dad dropped work. He was a teacher. Okay, so he understood the principles of child and how children learn and develop as a whole. He took Tiger, when he was very young, sat him in a chair and in the garage and just let Tiger Woods watch him play golf all day long. But hours upon hours, he'd just let the kid sit there and watch him. So this is the visual learning. This is a technique that I went on earlier about how do you learn. This is the primal, this is the very basic infant style learning. This baby could sit and watch and put it into his head, remember it, just how his dad was swinging. By the time he was about 3, now this is argued in the autobiography, I can't exactly remember the date, from about 3-4 months, the moment he could stand, his dad got him a small golf club, put it in his hands, just got the kid there, stand, hit it, 3 hours a day, I think it was, 3, 4, 5 hours a day, 40 hours a week, all this sort of crap, constant hitting. This is practice, this is the mind absorbing, using the information in a practical, theoretical, visual perspective. It's absorbed, the mind holds on to it more and appreciates it. Then from the age of about 4, he got him a personal trainer, as in a personal golfing instructor, and he started doing lessons. So from a very early age, Tiger has been drilled with golfing as his standard. Long story short, after all this, he became arguably one of the world's greatest golfers. Now, was that genetics? Was that natural talent? Or was it practice? Now, there is actually a law. If you practice for 3 hours every day for 10 years, you will become professional. This is called the deliberate practice. It was done by a man called Dr. Erickson in 1993, and it's called deliberate practice, and basically it was the timescale estimated to become professional and great at something, okay, every day for 10 years. It's a long time, but each and every one of us can do that. Each and every one of us can achieve that. If we work for 3 hours every day, choose one thing, choose several things, but spend an hour on it. You don't even have to spend outrageous amounts of time, and let's say you don't want to become professional at it, like your training, for example. Spend an hour every day training, thinking about training, using it, motivating, or like I say with this channel, this method, using your brain, activating your brain for an hour a day. Eventually over time you'll become greater. Your brain will become quicker, remember things more easily. Physically, you'll get stronger, as we see, 3 years, people generally get stronger. 3 years is about the max transformation from absolute skinny run to great, strong man, you know, 3 years is a good parody, a middle ground. So yes, have a think about it. Was it success? Was it natural? Was it genetics? Can you achieve the same thing? Think about it. Look at yourself. Next time you argue that someone's got better genetics, can you change that? With practice, can you make yourself better? Some weights for the brain. Vinny for VJ Fitness. Cheers.